Hello, welcome to my Woodland Stamper channel on YouTube here. Hello stamping friends, it is Diane Evans here to show you how to do a fun fold with designer series paper. I call it a flowering square. Now first of all, I want to tell you about this card. This card was sent to me by my pen pal Debbie Holt. And she put this lovely fold on it, and I loved it. She did use our the Stampin' Up! Retired Designer Series paper, the butterfly paper, and she punched out some of the butterflies from that paper also. So I loved the card so much, I kind of analyzed this fold, and I came up with the makings on how to do it. So here is my card I made with it, and I also used retired Stampin' Up! Paper, and this was from a Celebration product. And you know, our Stampin' Up! Designer Series paper is double-sided, and it makes it perfect for doing these flowering squares. So let's get started, and I'll show you how I made this square. So I'll put my cards over there. First of all, I'm going to put our pattern here in the directions right here. If you would like to take a screenshot, go ahead. And what we're using is a 4 by 4 inch square of designer series paper. And I'll bring these out of the way now. And we're using the Stampin' Up! Paper trimmer. Now, this is not our current paper trimmer. This is the one we sold before the one we have now. But it's very similar. It has all the measurements at the top and on your ruler. And mine just keeps going and going, so I'm using the one I purchased earlier. So right now I'm going to start with just a piece of typing paper, and it's a 4 by 4, so I'm going to show you how we did this, or how I did this. And let's see, what else was I going to tell you? I don't know now, I forgot. So we're going to put in the one side at the 2 inch mark, and we're going to score it, okay? Then we're going to turn and put it in at the 2 inch mark again and score it. So can you see those score lines? Now these lines are not going to be folded at all, and all we're going to do is score. We're never going to cut anything. So now we're going to use these lines to measure to get the lines we're going to fold on. So you're going to get the point of this score line and the point of that one, and you're going to put it right in the track, okay? Now you want to make sure your cutting blade is all the way down out of the way, and put your scoring blade at the top, because we don't want to cut anything. So I have that lined up, and now I'm going to score it. Then I'm going to turn it and put those two score lines in the track. So I'm doing it on each of the 4 corners. Line up those scored lines again, put them in the track. Okay, whoops, I moved it. Let's get it in there again. Okay, there we go. That's why I'm doing it on scrap paper, just so if I make a mistake, I don't ruin my designer series paper. Okay, there you go. So now I have an inside square. Now each of these score lines, we're going to make a parallel line that's 1/2 inch from the last score line, okay? So we're going to take the corner of that score line, and you see this 1/2 inch mark right here on the paper trimmer. You're going to follow the line all the way down. That's the line we're going to put the points on of our last score line, okay? So I got that lined up, and I give it a score. And I'm going to bring that in so you can see it. You see how I got a perfectly half-inch parallel line from the last score line. It's so easy to do on our paper trimmer. And this Stampin' Up! Paper trimmer is right in our main catalog. I could show you where it is just after I get done doing this. So let's line that up. Our last corner, get the point, and the point there right on that half-inch line, and score. So let's see. It came out beautiful. Okay, I'm going to put this aside. Let me show you real fast where the paper trimmer is in our catalog. And this is our new catalog. It's wonderful. So in the back there's a glossary. And if you go to Tools and Storage, it does have cutting and scoring tools on page 155. I love this glossary. It's so easy to find anything in the catalog. So on 155, number 5 is the new paper trimmer, and it's $25. It's one of our best values, I think. So that's where you can find it. And if you don't have a demonstrator already, you can order that at my online store, and I'll have a link in the description here. So now we're going to fold this. Let me see where I have it. Yep, we're going to fold it on the, we're not going to fold on these 2-inch score lines we made originally. We're going to fold on the next score lines we did, on the corners only, okay? So we're going to fold on all 4 of those. Let's see, did I fold on the score line? Yep. And then right here. Okay, so I've got those all folded. Let me give them a good crease with the Stampin' Up! Bone folder. It's a great tool. I use it on all my card making. Okay, now the next set, the parallel lines we made, do you notice how this makes a perfect 2-inch square now? Let me measure it and make sure it is, oh, it's more than 2 inches. It's 2 7/8 inches. It's almost a 3-inch square. Okay, then we're going to fold back here. But it does make a perfect square. Okay, and then we're going to fold on that one. And then we're going to fold on this one. And then on this one. Whoops. Make sure you fold it on the line. This is our my typing paper, so you're going to see, we're going to do this again with the Designer Series paper, which is a little thicker, and it's much easier to fold it accurately because it's thicker. Okay, there's our flowering square. Cool, huh? See? So it looked like that. So now I'm going to take a piece of Designer Series paper. And this is that Marvelous Designer Series paper from our last celebration event. It was a free product you could have earned. So it's 2-sided, and one's a little bolder than the other side. So I'm going to have this is my inside and this is my outside. And you'll see I already scored it because I didn't want to make any mistakes on the real thing. So I'm going to walk you through it though. I can still do that. So let's practice and do another one on our real paper. So I'll bring in the paper trimmer again, put the scoring blade all the way at the top. The cutting blade is right here. Get it out of the way. Put it all the way at the bottom because we're not going to use it at all. Let me get this in focus. Make sure it is focused. Okay, so we're going to start with our 4-inch by 4-inch square of Designer Series paper, 2-sided. We're going to line it up at the 2-inch mark. Score, turn it, line it up at the 2-inch mark, and score. And then we're going to take those 2 score lines right there, Remember, we're going to line that up on the cutting track, but we're not going to cut. We're going to score. So score. We got to do it 3 more times. So line those points up on the track. Score. Line the next set of points up and score. The last set of points, line it up and score. Okay, now we have those score lines on our corners. Remember, we're going to make a 1/2 inch parallel score line to the last lines we just made. And we want to find the 1/2 inch line on our paper trimmer and line up that score line right on it. Lay it down the track and score, the ruler and score. Again, find your line, your score line, line it up on the 1/2 inch line here. So easy to see. And then turn it, take your point again on the 1/2 inch line. You want to line it up. So I have it lined up on that 1/2 inch line here and the 1/2 inch line at the top. Put your ruler down, score. And one more side I think we have to do. Okay, put that in the track. I mean, not the track, remember? Okay, you want to do the 1/2 inch line. There we go. Okay, then score. And now, I think I did all 4. So we're going to get our paper trimmer out of the way. And there you have 2 score lines on each corner that we're going to fold on. We're not going to bother with the middle score lines at all. Maybe you could see them better on the other side. Okay, so we're going to take this and we're going to fold in. Remember, I want the lighter color pattern on the inside. If you change your mind, I'll show you how easy it is to do. Because I did do it with one of them. There we go. Get my score line right there. Okay. So I have the first folds done. Okay, if it doesn't line up exactly, it's because your original square was not exactly 4 by 4. So that might have been the case with mine. It was off a smidge, but it's okay. It's still gonna work really well. But if you changed your mind, you wanted the other side, you could just fold it back like that. Okay, so you would have your lighter side on the outside and your darker on the inside. So no mistakes. You can always change it. Okay, so I have it folded up like this. Now I'm going to fold back on that parallel score line I made. Fold back and give it a good crease. Fold back and give it a good crease. And one more side. Okay, so there we have it. Easy peasy, right? It looked like it was going to be hard, I bet, because I thought it was when I started out, but it's not. It's very easy. It's so cute. And see, you don't see those other lines hardly at all. And remember, we're going to put something in our square so it camouflages it and you don't even notice it. So on my card here, I used a stitch square, and then the daisy from the Ladybug stamp set, I stamped in Balmy Blue twice, and then I used Daffodil Delight for the center. There's a stamp for that, and I mounted that on the center of my flowering square. So you could do a whole bunch of things with this. So I made another one in the blue marbleized paper, and see how pretty that would be on there too. So I just love the two-sided designer series paper. It works out really good. So I hope you enjoyed this video and these instructions. And if you decide to make yours, let me know in the comments and let me know how it comes out. And again, if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator already, I would love to be your demonstrator. And you could go to the link I have listed below, and you could go to my website and you can order, you can do all kinds of stuff there. And look at the catalogs and become a demonstrator even if you'd like to, just to get the discount for the hobby. It's great. And we have a special going on right now. So if you go to that website and click join, it will tell you all about that special. You don't even have to sign up. You could just go and look and see what it's all about. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. And thank you so much for watching. Hit the like button and the subscribe button so you don't miss my next video. It'll help me out a lot. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day and happy stamping.